Hi, I'm Tony Messer, and in this video I'm going to explain everything you need to know about domain names. At the end of this video you'll have everything you need to make an informed choice when you come to register your domain name. Sound like a plan? Great, let's get started. Okay, first up, registering a domain name is super easy. Anyone can do it. You don't need any special paperwork or permission or anything like that. You just enter your domain name, enter your details, pay a couple of quid and bang, your domain's registered. The exception is for copyright or trademark issues. What you can't do is register domain names that infringe other people's or other businesses' intellectual property, their trademarks or their copyrights. Okay, there's loads of different types of domain names to choose from. Let's have a look at a few examples. Things like .com, these are the most popular domains and these are called top level domains or TLDs. Then you'll have country specific domains, things like .co.uk. Finally, more and more you're starting to see what are known as industry level domains. These are things like .photographer or .consultant, and these specify a particular industry. They're getting more and more popular, but you just need to be aware of whether or not your audience will be familiar with this type of domain name. Okay, so if you're just starting out and you're in the UK, let's say you're a new business, then I would definitely recommend getting the .co.uk domain name and a .com equivalent as well. And the reason for this is because you want to prevent anybody else from registering the main domain name that you've got. It does happen, unfortunately. It's a reality of life. It's called domain squatting, and I do see it quite frequently. So what you can do is get those two domain names and you can just then redirect one through to the other, so that if anybody goes to the wrong domain name by accident, they'll still come through to your main website. It's free and it's very, very easy to set up. Domains are issued and administered by organisations called registries. Now, they don't sell direct to the public, they use intermediaries such as ourselves. For .com domains, these are issued and administered by an organisation in the United States called ICANN, and in the UK the equivalent is called Nominet. So they are responsible for all UK domains like .co.uk. When you register a domain name, you need to make sure that you register it in your name. Don't let somebody else do that for you and enter their details. The reason for this is because you want to prevent any possibility of there being a dispute over the ownership. Now, you can register it either on a personal basis or you can enter your company details in there. If you do ever have a dispute, then the registries, they do have stated dispute policies, so they will arbitrate in these kind of dispute situations. If you don't want your personal details to be shown on the publicly available Whois database, then you can use what's called the Whois privacy service. Now, for UK domain names, that's a completely free service. However, it does have some limitations. It's only available for personal registrations, when you've registered a domain name on a personal basis. If you've got a business and you're trading and you've registered it as a business, you must show your details on the Whois, although they won't show your phone or mobile number. So you just need to be aware of that. It's a free service with the UK domains. With the top level domains, things like .com, .net, .org, there are no limitations on the Whois privacy. However, it is a chargeable service, so there's a small fee to be made each year, but that way you will completely remove your details off the Whois database. In terms of the registration period, most domains can be registered for between 1 to 10 years. And what will happen is you'll be invited to renew the domain name. You'll receive several renewal reminders in advance of the expiry date. So all you need to do is just follow the instructions and you can renew it. So what happens if your domain expires? Well, don't worry, you still get a second bite at the cherry. Most registries will allow you 30 days after the expiry date to renew your domain name with no additional costs. With the .com domains, .com, .net, .org, that type of top level domain, if you go past that 30-day initial grace period, you then enter what's called the redemption period, which is a 40-day period. You can still renew your domain name, but you do need to pay an extra fee and it is quite expensive. So to avoid that, try to act early. Okay. If you go past that redemption period, then the registry will then reissue the domain name for re-registration on a first come, first served basis. So you can't be guaranteed that you would get the domain name in those instances. If you've got a domain name with one company and you want to transfer it to another company, you can do that. There's no problem. The process varies depending on the different type of domains. For example, with .co.uk, it's free to transfer them. All you need to do is to update the IPS tag. With the .com domains, it's a slightly different process, and there's an approval email that gets sent to the admin contact. You just need to follow the instructions to approve the transfer. You'll also need what's known as an EPP or auth code that's issued from the company that's releasing the domain name to the new company. Okay, so there you are. That's everything you need to know about domain names. I hope you found that useful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please feel free to share it with your audience. If you've got any questions, any comments or any issues, just put them below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks very much then. Bye-bye.